As students at the University of Saskatchewan, Amber and Sydney have walked these halls many times before, but on this day they aren't heading to class.
I'm not really sure if it's the best situation for her mentally.
Today, the ladies are sitting down with student counselor Terrie Fitzpatrick, hoping to get advice on a personal issue.
It's excellent to see people who care so much about the student body and have that open door policy and are willing to listen and treat students like responsible adults.
How long have you been in the relationship for?
2.5 years?
It's a long time. Are you guys living together?
Yes.
Luckily, in this case, this meeting is just a simulation for our cameras, but it's a representation of an all too real issue on campus.
This is a fascinating period of time, I think, because students are learning more about themselves financially, relationally, academically, and part of the package of coming to university is usually relationships. So they're not only learning about themselves, but they're learning who they are in conjunction to another significant other in their life. And there are very real issues in terms of relationships and abuse on campus. There's no doubt about that.
Terrie says although there are many supportive services available for students, there still is that stigma when it comes to walking into a counseling center. So she encourages friends to reach out.
We do have students phoning in. We had actually one last week who phoned in for a friend, and exact same situation where they were concerned about their friend in a relationship and they wanted us to reach out. So we can reach out to the student via just a phone call or coming in and having a conversation with us.
I think that friends play a huge role, especially for people who don't see their family often. Friends are often the primary support groups. They're the ones who are going to notice changes. They're the ones that are going to be comfortable usually talking about changes they see or red flags they see. And in my experience, I'm most comfortable talking to my friends if something should ever happen to me. And I know I have that support.
Amber has also found support through the USSU's Women's Center and now volunteers with the center, advocating for, among other things, the importance of consent.
Coercion is not consent. 8 no's and then a yes is not consent. Silence isn't consent. If you aren't sober enough to ride a bicycle, you aren't sober enough to consent. And that's important to take note of.
To learn more about the services offered through the University of Saskatchewan, visit students.usas.ca.
Shaking hands or hugging or anything like that has to be with consent.
Yeah.